Hi, I want to show you some things that you can do for your feet today. So one of them, you're just going to take a block and you want to bring your feet onto the block so that just the front corners of your feet are on the block. And from there you want to let the heels drop down as far as you can and then come up as high as you can. Pardon my back, and I'll show you what it looks like from behind, because you're going to want to try to bring your heels down and back up again as smoothly as you can without falling out or in. So you're trying to stay as much straight up and down as you can. Get it with one foot. See if you can bring one foot in, get the other one out of the way, and just up and down. Trying to work through that as smoothly as you can. And do that until it's feeling pretty tired. Then you can take a ball, and you can have any ball about that size, a rubber ball, tennis ball. This one's got little spikies in it, so it feels good for your feet. But just take it and come on to the little toe side of your foot, back at the heel, and just press into it and work your way up toward the mound behind your little toe. Just work your way through it. Once you get up there, bring it around so that it's right under your foot and work your way back to the heel, just pressing into it, and then all the way back up the big toe side, just loosening it up until you get to that mound behind the big toe. And then come right off, find the highest spot in the arch of your foot, set it down on the ball, lean back into the heel, and squeeze your toes and then spread your toes. Just loosen them up. Just try and get them moving. And then move a little further so you're just in front of the heel and wiggle. Just wiggle it side to side. You rest on the front of the foot. And then bring it right back into the heel. And then come up to that mound behind the big toe again and take it across the foot. So you go right over to the little toe side and then back to the big toe and right over, back to the big toe and right over. And then start, and you're going to come from the mound behind the big toe straight down through the foot, kind of following those tendon lines on your foot, and right back to the heel. And then come behind the second toe and right back to the heel. And the third toe and the fourth toe, and then finally that little toe all the way back. And then turn it loose. And see how the two feet feel really different from each other now. And then take yourself either a bunch of little tiny balls like this or marbles. And just see if you can grab them with your toes and move them. And it's harder than it looks. See if you can pick them up and move them. So do that for your foot until your foot gets pretty tired. And then for the last part, you don't need anything except your hands. So come on down and take one foot, and if you have a hard time getting your foot up where you can see it, you can always use a block or two and set your foot on it. What you want to do in the end is to get the your fingers in between your toes, interdigitating. So once you've got your fingers in between your toes, then just wriggle it. See if you can wiggle the foot side to side, like you're wringing a sponge. You're trying to loosen up the front of the foot that gets really stiff from wearing shoes. And then see if you can squeeze the foot with the hand and then squeeze back. And when you're doing that, you want to see the arch of the foot working. So when you're squeezing with the hand, you can see that gets pretty smooth. And then when you squeeze back, you can see it's working. Just going back and forth. And then see if you can relax the ankle, loosen it up, and then just roll it around. Roll it around in both directions, loosening it up, unwinding it. And then turn that loose. And also, for your foot, for your toes, try sitting back on your heels. And make sure even the littlest toes are turned under. See if you can sit into it, relax the shoulders, and then come off and sit back on the toes. And go back and forth a few times, just getting comfy with that. Trying to see if you can sit into it as much as you can. And once it's getting a little looser, when you come back this way, see if you can lift one knee and then the other, and then maybe both, waking up those feet. And then come on back. Come to sit and get all that on the other side.